Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The subject of the discourse today, it's actually the continuation of a series on who is the maker of one's destiny. That is, action and destiny. That is the series. We have already discussed a few, I think 3 case histories on that to show that the maker of one's destiny is not outside oneself, but in oneself. It's not a supernormal power or some divine agency or a creator God or whatever you may call it, but it is one's action that creates one's destiny. Now this is the series on which we have been discussing. I will recapitulate some of the case histories today so that we can take up the latest one. The latest case history is that of Anathapindika, where the Buddha said at the end that idha nandati, idha pecha nandati, kata punyo ubhayatha nandati, punyang me katangti nandati, bhiyo nandati suggating gato. The doer of good delights here and hereafter. He delights in both the worlds. The thought, good have I done indeed, delights him. And he delights even more when gone to realms of bliss. So here we see 2 things. One is he delights, the doer of good delights here, and the other hereafter. So he delights while actually acting. His own conduct, his own actions delights him when he is actually performing his action. So he delights when a thing is caused. It is the cause and the effect. While doing something, causing something, he delights, or delighting he causes. And when he experiences the effect of the cause, that is hereafter, then too he delights. So there are 2 points, cause and effect. Action as a cause and the result of the action. You see, at both points, while causing, one delights, and when one experiences the result of the cause, the action, then also one delights. So, and there the thought, the good have I done, delights him. Every time he has the thought coming to him, every time he delights, and as a result of the action, which a delightful action, when he experiences the result in the realms of bliss hereafter, there also he delights immensely. Now this is the Dhammapada Gatha number 18. Based on that, today we are going to have our discussion. See, the case history is that of Anathapindika. He was the chief devotee, the Dayaka, the benefactor of the Jetavana monastery. He built the monastery as well as he supported. There were 12,500 monks living in the Jetavana monastery. And he was supporting. It is said that 2,000 monks every day were, offered the alms meals in his house with great respect and reverence. They were invited in and they were offered. And he not only did this every day of the year, but you see, he became, a great demand for others also who followed the same thing. There are a large number of great settis in the city of Savatthi those days. Savatthi was one of the biggest cities of India, and it was the business capital of India, so to say, in those days, just as Bombay is today. Bombay is the business capital of India. So, Savatthi happened to be one such cities. So a large number of very wealthy people, they had become the disciples of the Buddha, and they delighted in offering alms food to the monks. And so they wanted the guidance of, Anathapindika. So they would invariably, whenever they had a big function where they invited large number of monks and hear the Dhamma from them, but mostly, when the Sangha, the holy order of monks headed by the Buddha himself. So on such occasions, they will invite Anathapindika to give them the guidance and all that. So Anathapindika not only offered himself, but he helped others also to do the same thing. So it so happened that often he would be out. So in his own house, he was not there while the monks came as usual, 2,000 of them. So he told his own daughter, he had 3 daughters. One was Maha Subhadra, the second was Chula Subhadra, third was Sumana Devi. Today's story is based on Sumana Devi. So here, he asked his eldest daughter, who was very spiritually inclined and very devout indeed, and she has already progressed on the spiritual path greatly. She had become a Sotapanna herself. But then she was also a married person. So after a time she had to go to her, in-laws' place. So that is how the responsibilities fell on the second. Second too was as good as the first. She too was very highly developed. In fact, all the 3 girls. So the second one too after a time had to go. Then the third one, the youngest girl, took over, and Sumana Devi. And she was single. She said, no, I don't want to get married. She refused. She was a very, earnest meditator. She practiced meditation very intensively. And a very devout person indeed, Upasika, and she delighted in offering dana to the monks every day, 2,000 of them. And that is how the household of Anathapindika was, all the time, it's like a dhanasala, a great festivity every day, almost. So, this young lady kept up all that, and she had progressed very much. She had progressed even more than her sisters or her father. She was not only Sotapanna, but she became a Sakadagami, the second stage of enlightenment. And a very earnest meditator, very serious person indeed. Now she fell ill. Suddenly something happened and she fell very seriously ill, and so she had to be looked after by the doctors. So she actually knew that her end is coming, and she told everybody, she said, look here, now my end is coming, now I would like to talk to my father. I talk to my to her father before I go. So the household, they were all very much disturbed, but somebody of course looked after the managers and others, looked after the day-to-day Dhamma service. And so this Anathapindika had gone to some other's house to give them guidance about, because Buddha himself was coming to that place. So when this person, the messenger, went there in their house and told Anathapindika that your daughter is very, very ill and she is very anxious to see you. So he had to excuse himself and go return home in great hurry. Then Anathapindika went straight to her and said, "Beloved daughter, how are you? How are you feeling?" He says, "Well, younger brother, I am okay. I am all right." Now when he was addressed as younger brother, the father thought, this is delirium. She is incoherent now, something very unfortunate. So she says, "My dear daughter, you are talking incoherently. You are not coherent in what you are talking about." He says, No, my younger brother, I am very coherent. I am perfectly all right. There is no problem with me. Then he says, "My dear daughter, are you afraid?" At this point, he says, "Younger brother, fear doesn't trouble me. I am not afraid." Having said that, she just passed away. Smiling, she passed away. That was the last breath. Now this disturbed the great Sethi profoundly. You know, he was one of the richest and billionaire of the time. He had overseas, he owned ships that went to the foreign countries, and he had a business empire, huge, and industrial empire for that matter. Caravans and these, that, all kinds of things. So, but he was totally devoted to spiritual life. He was a Sotapanna himself. Then, when this happened, he was so utterly disturbed. But he had to come attend to the funeral services. So he immediately, attended to all that. All the people came and the whole household was in commotion. Something terrible happened. And so they had to arrange for the cremation of the young lady. And when everything was done and finished, say it was around 4:30, 5 o'clock, he went and had a dip in the river after cremating her and all that, finishing all the things that needed to be done at that time. So he came to Buddha. He literally broke down. He started crying. An elderly person crying before the Lord, and he had never done that before. So the Buddha said, "Oh great devotee, what's the matter with you? Why are you crying? What makes you weeping? What happened?" Buddha knew the whole thing, yet he had to do this. So he asked like this. Then now, Anathapindika, though he broke down completely, and when the Buddha said what's happened and all that, he said, "This is what happened. My youngest daughter, who was looking after the task of feeding all the monks, and she suddenly fell ill, and was very quick. He suddenly fell ill, and then he's no more. Lord, he is no more." And he started crying again. Then Buddha said, Well, great Sati, death is inevitable. That is the only certain thing that can happen to anybody. The most uncertain thing is living itself. You know that. He said, yes, Lord, I do know, but I am greatly worried for, not because she has passed away only, but because the way she passed away. Then the Buddha said, well, what happened? He said, she passed away in a state of delirium. She was completely out of wit. So then he described the entire thing, what happened. He said, you see, I was in the so-and-so's house, and Lord knows all that very well. Then I came away. And then I said, my dear daughter, how are you? Are you all right? What's the matter with you? She said, younger brother, I am very well. There is no problem with me. I'm okay. And she smiled. Then the Seti said, well, she called me younger brother. So I thought, I'm the father and she is calling me younger brother. I mean conventionally. She said, she must be in a state of delirium. So I thought, Lord. And then I told her, look, my dear child, you see, you are talking incoherently, not properly. He says, younger brother, I am not talking incoherently. I am perfectly all right. I mean, in the control of my senses, I am all right. I am not incoherent. Then he said, dear daughter, are you afraid? She says, no, brother, younger brother, I am not afraid. And she smiled and just passed away. Then, Lord, that absolutely shocked me. I have never undergone a state of this kind, experience of this kind. So what is how to explain this, Lord, I don't know. So I am very much disturbed indeed. So the Buddha said, calm down, Upasaka, Maha-Upasaka, please calm down. Lord, please tell me, where is she now? Buddha said, no, she was not talking to you incoherently. She was perfectly in a state of wisdom. Do you know why he called you younger brother? He said, Lord, why? He says, you are a Sotapanna. And she has gone beyond that. She has reached the second stage of enlightenment. She is a Sakadagami. Since you are spiritually younger to him, to her, that is why at the last moment she wanted to remind you that, look here, I have gone beyond and you must strive further. Don't remain where you are. Put forth effort and go forward. That is the message she wanted to carry to you. So you of course took it in the conventional way. You didn't look at things from the ultimate standpoint. There are two ways of expressing truth. One is the conventional reality and the other is the ultimate reality. Now she was talking from the standpoint of ultimate reality, where she referred to you as a younger brother, as a person who is spiritually younger to her. You have reached the first stage of spiritual, transformation, whereas she has reached the second stage, which is much higher. That's why she called you younger brother. That's the fact. So you thought she was talking incoherently from the conventional sense, But no, she was not. Then Lord, she was not in a state of delirium. No, she was not. She was perfectly in her senses. Then Lord, where is she now? Where is she reborn? Because she has got one more, you see, Sagadagami. She can be reborn at just one more time in the Kamaloka. So where is she reborn? Buddha said, in the Tusita Devaloka. That is the highest of the Devalokas in the Kama Vachara. And beyond that is the Maraloka, two more. So, when he heard this, he was completely, you see, he became very, very, very calm and exceedingly, spiritually sort of inspired. So this is the story behind. And then the Buddha repeated this gatha. He said, immediately after that, having revealed where she was born, Buddha said, the doer of good delights here and hereafter. He or she delights in both the worlds. The thought, good have I done, delights him or her, and he or she delights even more when gone to realms of bliss, that is the Tushita realm. Now, so here, you see, the two things. One is, while an action is performed, and that becomes the cause. And every action, you see, when it is matured, when it gets matured and then gives result or gives the fruit of the action, that is the consequence of the action. So there are 2 points, cause and effect. While actually doing the action, she delighted all the time. She was looking after the very important task of the family, namely looking after all the monks. Every day she was in charge of serving the monks. 2,000 monks came every day for dhanasa, for pindapata, for the alms food. And she saw to it that they were served properly, that the food was properly prepared, etc., and all the details. And every day she did that. And she did it with great joy indeed. She delighted all the time. And she exulted at all that she was doing. She was very, very happy. And then at the end, suddenly when her, time came, she, as I have already mentioned, she was single. She didn't like to get married, and she was highly spiritually evolved already. So she understood that her time has come. When she fell ill, she understood this is my end. For this life